Fundamentals of Meditation by Lucian. Appearances 2 of 4. 11. I prepared to give the students all ideas for their assignments. I did this by observing the students and children brazen out 2 as per day. First, I observed them being given 160 brazenings per day. Second, I observed them brazen out the x, y and z dimensions of the object from each brazening. Third, I assessed 50 as per 5 assignments per semester. In this way, I prepared to give the students all ideas for their assignments by observing the students and children brazen out 2 as per day. 12. I prepared to prepare students for academia or a job. I did this by observing the students write and brazen out 1 brazening chapter and essay per week. First, I observed the students write the brazening chapter by collecting 9 brazening algorithm ideas during their morning walk, expand each of these to 6 sentences and brazen them out after lunch. Second, I observed them write an essay by organizing the structure of brazenings, called reasons from now on in a cipher in 1 of 5 paragraphs on the first day. I observed the students organizing the structure of paragraphs and their links to the site of the contention chosen on the first day. I observed the students agreeing with, objecting to, rebutting to and connecting each of the reasons from 1 paragraph per day. Third, I observed the teacher set the rest to finish for homework. In this way, I prepared to prepare students for academia or a job by observing the students write and brazen out 1 brazening chapter and essay per week. 13. I prepared to observe the students write philosophy algorithms. I did this by observing the students write brazening algorithm ideas for 40 minutes before the first period. First, I observed them being given pedagogy training at the start of their school careers. Second, I observed them perform an undeveloped mind map. Third, I observed them match words from the pedagogy screen with ideas from their undeveloped mind map. In this way, I prepared to observe the students write philosophy algorithms by observing the students write brazening algorithm ideas for 40 minutes before the first period. 14. I prepared to assign the 100-point computational speed and accuracy assignment per student. I did this by substituting languages, physical education, etc. for arts on particular days. First, I educated students in LDMG idiom, place, object, subject, time, language. Second, I allowed students to assess devised studies individually or in groups. Third, I observed students educate themselves in algorithm drama. In this way, I prepared to assign the 100-point computational speed and accuracy assignment per student by substituting languages, physical education, etc. 15. I prepared to keep the students' treasures online. I did this by observing the students plan their works at the start of year 4. First, I observed them choose and cross-multiply from the philosophy column in their journals. Second, I observed them collect from life experiences. Third, I observed them collect from areas of study. In this way, I prepared to keep the students' treasures online by observing the students plan their works at the start of year 4. 16. I prepared to observe how synthesizing brazenings, reasons and rebutted criticality in relation to an algorithm formed the Lucianic computational school. I did this by observing the students read and examine magazines and visualize the pedagogy screen to write brazenings. First, I observed the students gain ideas from the magazines. Second, I observed them write down brazenings from the screen that reminded them of these ideas. Third, I observed them synthesize the brazenings with reasons about an argument based on an algorithm empirically proving the idea. In this way, I prepared to observe how synthesizing brazenings, reasons and rebutted criticality about an algorithm formed the Lucianic computational school by observing the students read and examine magazines and visualize the pedagogy screen to write brazenings. 17. I prepared to observe the students write on their own and other ideas. I did this by observing the students before Year 4 write an essay on each of 50 essays about computational English, all ideas, topology, societology and physics. First, I wrote illustrated versions of the essays appropriate for children from these year levels. Second, I encouraged intergenre exploration of the ideas. Third, I observed them understand the robotic mind through an English lens. In this way, I prepared to observe the students write on their own and other ideas. Observing the students before Year 4 write an essay on each of 50 essays about computational English, all ideas, topology, societology and physics. 18. I prepared to protect the students with medical background knowledge. I did this by setting meditation, medicine and pedagogy short courses before Year 4. First, I observed the students practice walking meditation twice per day to kick back. Second, I observed the students prevent headaches, muscular aches, spiritual mistakes and effects of too many bracening through nut and bolt, quantum box and prayer algorithm medical knowledge and use spiritual anti-hallucinogenic medication so that they use the courseware with no qualms. Third, I observed them use pedagogical knowledge to ensure academic success. In this way, I prepared to protect the students with medical background knowledge by setting meditation, medicine and pedagogy short courses before Year 4. 19. I prepared to do the same for critical thinking, after attending logic summer school at the nation's top university. I did this by setting creative prologue assignments. First, I assigned part research in a 5-source literature review. Second, I assigned questions about the required predicates. Third, I assigned hypotheses using ideas like those from the 5 university professor, 10 university non-professor, or 50 non-university non-professor 80 reasoning as each about a different program. In this way, I prepared to do the same for critical thinking by setting creative prologue assignments. 20. I prepared to select the pedagogy school entrance. I did this by observing the students reason out 50 as to become a pedagogue. First, I asked teachers to write 5 university professor, 10 university non-professor, or 50 non-university non-professor 80 reasoning as per student about pedagogy. Second, I observed the future professor write 2 books. Third, I observed the successful professor applicant reason out 50 specific as to become a professor. In this way, I prepared to select the pedagogy school entrance by observing the students reason out 50 as to become a pedagogue.